Hello everyone! Welcome back to Sarah's Book Break. So I wanted to go live today and share a bunch of our new releases that just came out this summer. I'm so excited about what we have, and there will be even more coming out this month and next month. So we have a lot of fun options to choose from. A new series that has come out of chapter books. So this one, I believe it was written in Australia. There is a illusionist called Constantino, and so he has helped write this chapter book series. So I think there are two right now. Let me give you a peek inside. As you can see, there's lots of illustrations. It's not quite comic book style, but there are some blurbs and lots of pages with pictures. So it's going to be a great option for any reluctant reader. Now my 9-year-old, he is really into magic and magicians right now. So he picked this book up and didn't put it down until he'd finished the book. He loved this book, so I have to go ahead and get the next one for him. So fun series based on a real magician. So this, I'll read the back of it. So when Constantino, the grand illusionist, receives a mysterious note, he discovers the evil two-headed king's terrible secret. The king has locked up all but a few of the rabbits of Magic Land in the royal zoo, and tonight he is going to have a marvelous feast. Everyone in Silver City is invited for dinner of rolled roast rabbit. So Constantino, he's the magician who's going to save all the animals. So it's just a fun fantasy series that your kids will love. So this is one of the ones I'm super excited about. It's Night Night on the Farm. I hope they come out with more like this in the series. So what it is, it's a thick board book. You can see it's very sturdy. I say this is as sturdy as our, that's not my series. But inside there are 4 mini books. So it talks, you go through all the animals on the farm and say goodnight to them. And as they're reading their story to their little animal, baby animals, you can pull out the sleeve and read the book along with the animals. So this is the book the chicken's reading to her chicks. And it slides right back in. Then there's one for the sheep. And they focus on different concepts. So here's one that's talking about colors. The horse is reading to the foal. And finally, the cow, or the kittens. This one, the cow's reading to the calves. And it's about all the baby animals. So really fun series for bedtime. Night Night on the Farm. Now we just came out with Pop-Up Fairy Tales Sleeping Beauty. And I don't have the most recent one that just came out because it just came out a few days ago, but it's Pop-Up Snow White. So I'm really excited about these. I'm so happy they're making a bunch of these. Look at how beautiful that is. This is Sleeping Beauty, and my kids just think it's so cool. When you move the page, the wheel actually turns. I don't know if you can see that, but as she's putting her finger on the wheel, the spindle. There's the thorns coming off the page. And then this is the really fun page because there's no pop-up at first, then you turn part of it and she wakes up. So you can see she's moving and then she wakes up. So I just love these books. They make the fairy tales even more magical with the pop-out pages. We have a whole bunch of new additions to our magic painting book. So we're going to have some fairy tale magic painting books that will be available. This one I had to get because my kids love unicorns. And that's a big thing right now. Our unicorns, all of our unicorn books don't last very long. They go fast. So these are a fun series because all you need is water. It comes with a paintbrush. You dip it in water and then the pages, you put it on the page and the colors magically appear. They're just gorgeous colors, bright. And one thing I love to do is they have tear out pages, add it to a clipboard, and you can get aqua pens from the watercolor section of an art store or craft store, and they are great to have on road trips. So it entertains them for a good half an hour, and they're so fun to do. Even I enjoy doing those with my kids. Now Read with Usborne is, once they have learned the basics of reading, they need to continue practicing, have that daily reinforcement, but sometimes lots of the picture books are just too difficult for the child to read. So Usborne has made a series that goes from beginning readers all the way to the level where they're ready to begin chapter books. So there's 4 levels in Read with Usborne. We already have had several that are available, and now we have some new additions. So these are just a few of them that I got. How Bear Lost His Tail, The Princess and the Pea. This is level 2. Let me show you inside so you can see So that's how much wording is in level 2. And then we have some, Goldilocks and Three Bears is another favorite. So it's not a lot of words on the page. And then I grabbed Stories of Thor because my son is really into mythology and superheroes. So you can see that more of the page when you get to level 4 has text than pictures. And another one, they have Wizard of Oz. This is not the original, this is a British version, obviously. But these books are preparing them for chapter books. So once they can read through level 4, they are ready to move on to chapter books. So I love the leveled readers read with Usborne, and there's lots of fun options to choose from now. Lift the flap. First questions and answers. How do animals talk? All right, so I'm sure your kids have asked, does your cat communicate? Does the dog talk, when they're barking? So this goes through and answers some of the questions. Why do birds sing? Let's find out. To say, I'm here, to other birds. They sing louder in cities so they can be heard above the traffic. I did not know that. Can parrots talk in our language? Not really. One very clever parrot, Alex, could answer simple questions, but most parrots only repeat birds. All right, another new Lift the Flap book is My Busy Day. This is a fun book to have for preschool, or if they're getting ready for preschool or starting kindergarten. This page focuses on time to get up, so it focuses on what you do first. First you wake up, next you use the bathroom, then you get dressed, afterwards have breakfast, finally brush your teeth. So I like that, and it would be a fun thing to go by the steps and have the kids do it as they lift the flaps. All right, then it's time for preschool. So this is activities that you can do at preschool, and you have to find them. Build a tower, and so you find the animal that's building a tower and help them build a tower. So it's interactive with the flaps, but it's also a great one to help kids prepare for preschool and know what to expect. Then it talks about lunchtime, and you can find the different foods on the bottom where they're who's eating what. This one is after lunch. So it's time to go shopping. There's clothes. You have to figure out which store sells which items. So there's the clothes. So you try to find the clothes store. Small style. I think that's where the clothes are hidden. And playtime. So you get a count. So this is a counting page. This is a duck, and you have to find the ducks hidden somewhere. I'm guessing right there. Count them, and then you can check your answers. So it's reinforcing number identification and counting skills. All right, bath time. So you have to find all the different things. So this is a fun one to do. So they kind of go through the routine of the day, and your kids can set up their own routine also with using this book and follow along. Another one that I love the illustrator for these books. We have Big Book of Colors, and we also have another one, Count to 100, that are by the same illustrator, and they're just beautiful illustrations. It has lots of details in it, so it also can be almost like a seek and find in her books. But this one is different from Count to 100 because it tells all the different things that one would represent. So you actually learn some things like mono means comes from an ancient Greek word for one, single, or alone. And then it talks about monocle, and you can talk about unicorn means one horn, and unicycle has one wheel. So you're learning a lot of things. You're learning a lot of things like Cyclops has one eye. So it names a lot of things that have one. Then you move on to two. A two-hump camel. A pair of scissors has two blades. So it's really a unique idea of introducing numbers, and it really opens up discussion about numbers, and it allows your child to look for much more, look for numbers in everything that they see. The book of comparisons from Kane Miller. My kids have been reading this nonstop since we got it. Lots and lots of fun things. Okay, just even the beginning. The Goliath bird-eating spider is shown here at its actual size. Its leg span is 11 inches, about the size of a large dinner plate. So they're going to be learning just fun facts about everything. Okay, here's another. These pygmy possums from Tasmania are shown here at their actual size, just 2 inches long. Two of them, one on top of the other, would still be shorter than a teaspoon. So fun stuff. Look at all the stuff that's included in the contents. And then it talks about this book, and it begins with all the comparisons. Let the comparisons begin. So it's going to talk about the cumulus cloud, The weight of a blue whale's tongue is more than half the weight of an elephant. So I love how it's comparing all these different things. So if they're familiar with one animal or one object, then they can understand how big something else is in comparison to that. So really fun book, lots of details and information, full of facts that will definitely fascinate your kids for a very long time. For the capital cities of our 50 states. Now my daughter, she just finished 4th grade and she's had to memorize the capitals of the states, and I thought this would be really fun for her because she struggled, you know, to memorize it, but this would help her relate a little bit more to each of the states. So each page goes in alphabetical order. It's going to tell about, it tells the capital right here, some information and fun sites that are there. It tells about the population, the capital population, state population, other large cities, when it entered the Union, the state flower, and the state mammal. So it's going to have some fun things to learn about each of those states, and I really like that it talks about each of these. So we go to number 1. It's going to tell us this stunning museum houses more than 40,000 objects and promotes the celebration of Native American culture and art. And it's the Heard Museum. So you can learn about different places in that state, especially if you are going to on vacation to a new place. This would be really fun to pull out and use on your vacation to find some new places to visit. We have 2 new Shine a Light books available. One is Dinosaurs, super excited about that, and Wonders of the World. So we have Wonders of the USA, and now we have Wonders of the World. So I just want to show you inside those really fast. Now, if you're not familiar with our Shine a Light books, you shine a light behind the page. Let me see if I can do this with the light on. And if you can see that, a secret image will pop through, shine through. So you can see there's a horse and a rider on it. And so it's going to take you throughout the world and show you some of the most famous things in our world. So these people climbed up a mountain in Peru to visit the ancient city of Machu Picchu. These people are walking between 2 walls of rock in Jordan. So some you may be familiar with, some you may not, but I'm just so excited. I love the Shine a Light books. My kids learn so much, and they're just so interactive. They definitely are fascinating books to read. We have many more on our site, and I'm so excited to share more with you. All right, thanks for coming. Talk to you later. Bye.